Geography is a big word. It means studying the Earth. But it is more than just looking at maps. It is about understanding our world. It is about the land, the water, the air. It is also about the people who live on this Earth. Geography tries to answer questions. Where are things located? Why are they there? How do these things affect each other? How do they affect us, and how do we affect them? It is a subject that helps us see the bigger picture, connecting dots across the globe in a way few other studies can achieve. Think of geography as a giant puzzle. Each piece is a different part of the world. Some pieces are mountains, high and rocky. Other pieces are rivers, long and flowing. Some pieces are big cities full of people and buildings. Other pieces are small villages, quiet and remote. Geography helps us put these pieces together. It shows us how they fit. It helps us understand the whole picture of our planet. This understanding is not just academic. It is crucial for making sense of current events, historical patterns, and future possibilities that shape our lives. Why is geography important? It is important because our world is always changing. The climate changes, landforms change, people move from one place to another. New cities grow, and old ones sometimes shrink. Geography helps us understand these changes. It helps us see patterns. It can even help us predict what might happen next. Knowing about the Earth and its people helps us make better decisions. It helps us plan for the future, ensuring we are prepared for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead in an ever-evolving global landscape. So, geography is not just about memorizing names of countries and capitals. It is an exciting exploration. It is a journey to understand the complex relationships between people and their environments. It looks at how physical features, like mountains or deserts, can influence where people live and how they build their societies. It also looks at how human activities, like farming or building industries, can change the physical environment. It is a dynamic field, constantly revealing new insights about our home, planet Earth, and our place within its intricate systems. Human geography is one of the main parts of geography. This part focuses on people. It looks at how people live in different places around the world. It studies where people live, why they live there, and how they use the land. Human geographers are interested in human cultures, societies, and economies. They want to understand how these things are spread across the Earth. They explore the patterns of human settlement and activity, trying to make sense of the diverse ways communities organize themselves and interact with their surroundings across various scales. For example, human geography studies cities. This is called urban geography or urban planning. Why do cities grow in certain places? Some cities grow near rivers because rivers provide water and transport. Some grow near natural resources like coal or oil. Urban geographers look at how cities are designed. They study problems in cities like traffic or housing shortages. They also look at how different groups of people live within a city, exploring issues of social equity and access to resources. Understanding these dynamics is key to creating more livable and sustainable urban environments for the future. Another part of human geography is cultural geography. This looks at how cultures develop and spread. Culture includes things like language, religion, traditions, and food. Cultural geographers might study why certain languages are spoken in specific regions. They might look at how religious beliefs influence the way people build their homes or use the land. They explore how cultural landscapes are formed, reflecting the values and practices of the people who inhabit them. This helps us appreciate the rich tapestry of human diversity across the globe and understand the roots of different societal norms. Human geography also includes economic geography and political geography. Economic geography looks at how people make a living in different places. It studies farming, industry, and trade. Political geography, often called geopolitics, looks at how countries and regions are organized and governed. It studies borders, conflicts, and international relations. All these branches help us understand the human side of our world. They show us how human actions shape the planet and how our lives are connected to places, both near and far, influencing everything from local communities to global power dynamics. Physical geography is the other main branch of geography. This part focuses on the Earth itself. It studies the natural features and processes of our planet. Think about mountains, rivers, oceans, and deserts. Think about the weather and the climate. Physical geographers explore how these natural elements are formed, how they change over time, and how they interact with each other. They delve into the Earth's systems, seeking to understand the forces that shape our physical environment, from the smallest landform to global climate patterns. One important area of physical geography is geomorphology. This is the study of landforms. Geomorphologists look at how mountains are created by the movement of Earth's tectonic plates. They study how rivers carve valleys and how glaciers shape landscapes. They examine coastlines, looking at how waves and tides change the shore. Understanding these processes helps us predict things like erosion or landslides. It also helps us understand the history of the Earth, reading the stories written in its rocks and soils over millions of years. Climatology is another key part of physical geography. Climatologists study the Earth's climate. They look at long-term weather patterns in different regions. Why is one place very hot and dry, while another is cold and wet? They study things like temperature, rainfall, and wind. Understanding climate is very important today because our climate is changing. Climatologists help us understand the causes and effects of climate change, providing crucial information for policymaking and adaptation strategies to mitigate its impacts on both natural systems and human societies. Physical geography also includes hydrology, which studies water. This includes rivers, lakes, oceans, and groundwater. It looks at how water moves around the planet in the water cycle. Biogeography is another fascinating sub-branch, studying the distribution of plants and animals. It asks why certain species live in particular environments and how they adapt. All these areas of physical geography help us understand the natural world we live in. They show us the powerful forces that shape our planet and the delicate balance of its ecosystems, which are essential for life. So we have human geography looking at people and physical geography looking at the Earth. But these two are not always separate. Often, they are closely connected. Environmental geography is a good example of this connection. It studies how humans affect the environment and how the environment affects humans. Think about pollution, deforestation, or the challenges of sustainable development. These are issues where human actions directly impact natural systems, and in turn, these environmental changes impact human health, economies, and societies. This interplay is critical. Geopolitics, which we touched on in human geography, is heavily influenced by physical geography. A country's location, its access to the sea, its mountains, and its natural resources all play a huge role in its politics and its relationships with other countries. For instance, mountains can act as natural borders, but they can also isolate communities. Rivers can be sources of life and trade, but also sources of conflict if shared between nations. Understanding these physical constraints and opportunities is fundamental to understanding international affairs and the strategic decisions made by world leaders. Studying geography, both human and physical, helps us understand our world in a much deeper way. It is not just about knowing where places are. It is about understanding why they are the way they are. It helps us see connections we might otherwise miss. It shows us how the physical landscape shapes human societies, and how human activities, in turn, reshape the physical landscape. This holistic perspective is vital for tackling complex global challenges, from resource management to mitigating the impacts of natural disasters and fostering international cooperation. In conclusion, geography is a vital subject for everyone. It helps us make sense of the news. It helps us understand different cultures and perspectives. It helps us appreciate the beauty and complexity of our planet. By studying geography, we learn about the challenges facing our world, like climate change or resource scarcity. But we also learn about the opportunities for cooperation and innovation. It equips us with the knowledge to be more informed global citizens, capable of understanding the intricate web of relationships that define our existence on Earth, and inspiring us to protect it for future generations.